Good morning and welcome back to the channel, Gary's Movie Emporium. Today is a Saturday and it's the 26th of June 26th, if you will. I'm just going to shout out the contest I currently have before I show what I'm going to be unboxing or kind of doing a mini review for the Star Wars Skywalker Saga set that I picked up from Best Buy. I'm just mentioning the contest is still valid until tomorrow noon, but until you can get your selections in until noon tomorrow. Just make sure you get them all in. I had to delete some of the picks on the channel as I kind of went through what I got so far, and I had to make certain ones legit already off the bat, and other ones were kind of like people that I'm not sure are subscribed. That's one of the rules. You can't just randomly pop in on the channel, pick a number, and I kind of have to have some kind of proof to some point, because some of the names I do not recognize, and I did a little research on the ones that did enter that were fishy. Some hardly had any subscribers. They had no content. I know not everybody has a channel in that, but I don't remember a lot of the names. If I ask you if you subbed and it's because I don't remember you, don't take it as it's a slight towards you. I'm trying to be fair to my subscribers, as anybody is on a channel on YouTube. They try to do it as fair as they can, and I can't go giving it to somebody that's not subbed. And somebody that's been subbed with me from the get-go is not fair to them, because they've been kind of like a weekly, friend from day one, and I can't just, ditch that just because you picked the number better than they did. And it's in the rules in the description that you're supposed to be from the continental United States because of the cost of the packaging. That I'm kind of in a bind right now, and I'm not. That's not on you. That's me. I tend to overspend for movies. That's my fault. But that's one of the rules. And then I got a few other rules, like you have to be subscribed. Um, Things like that. And if you're not subscribed, your number picks are just gonna go. They're just going to get deleted, and I had to do that with 2 or 3. I think at least 2, because I didn't recognize the names. And if you think I'm wrong, come back on the channel. Just kind of have some proof that you did subscribe. I don't care if it's a screenshot. You want to send it to my email, you can do that, and I'll put you right back in the contest. And I'll if you're somebody that I took out of there, I apologize, and you were subscribed. That's my fault, and I'll have to have that. If I see that you're back in there with a number pick, and you got some kind of proof that you're subscribed, I'll have to tell that if your number gets picked, I'll have to tell that next person to pick something else, because I'm just trying to be fair all the way around. Last thing I want is arguing over, well, he's not. I don't. He might not be subscribed. I've never seen him on the channel, because there's a lot of regulars on here too, and I'm sure they notice what certain people, come on the channel, and I just I want it to be fair, and I, with it being my channel, I kind of have to have a discretionary condition when it comes to a contest, because everybody's got to be fair, but also about the contest, I've sweetened the pot a little bit with the main prize this morning. In this Star Wars Skywalker Saga, I've included a digital code, I believe, that is available for all 9 of the Star Wars films, and I'm gonna slip that into the bag of movies that's first place prize. I'm going to stick that into the first place prize bag, and don't forget, if you get it and I send it to you, don't go through each movie, because I put it about the second or third movie in, so nothing would happen to it, but it's in the second or third movie from the top, and make sure you look in there and don't miss that Star Wars code, because it has all 9. And I mean, technically, I could keep the code if I wanted to, but I'm not a code person per se. I could give it to my son, but I'd rather give it to the channel, just for the fact that I don't know. I think you guys deserve it. I think you've been great, since I started the channel, and I want to be nice, give you something nice to be able to have. When you basically have been so loyal, and I had to throw that in there, and I don't use them per se, so let's get started. I'm a bit rambling this morning. I apologize. But upon opening this Skywalker Saga here, I got this included into the Star Wars set. It's the extraordinary journey it's been. Back in 1976, when Carrie, Harrison, and I were testing for our roles in what was then called The Adventures of Luke Starkiller, as taken from the Journal of the Will, Saga 1, The Star Wars. There's no way we could have known what an incredibly rich and imaginative set of adventures this obscure little space movie would launch, inspiring 8 more chapters to tell the entire Skywalker story. For some of you, that journey began with us over 40 years ago, inviting Star Wars into your lives from the seats of just a few dozen theaters in its first days of release. For others, you may have joined us somewhere along the way, from the harrowing saga of young Anakin's descent to the dark side in the prequel trilogy, or the introduction of an entirely new generation of heroes in the sequel trilogy. And then it goes on to say more stuff from Mark Hamill, and then he closes the ending with "May the Force be with you always." And he's got his little signature on there, little autograph, if you will. Pretty nice of them to include that. That's a Mark Hamill signed, and it's kind of like a I don't know what you want to call it. It's like really sturdy. It's not it's not just a paper insert. It's kind of like not a cardboard insert, but like a plastic insert that's got this writing on it. I don't know if you can pick up the Star Wars logo a little bit on. Well, I don't know if it's coming on through the back, or yeah, I guess it's coming up through here, but that got included with it. And I got this at Best Buy, by the way, guys. I'm gonna lift it up here. This is a Star Wars set. I'm gonna open it up here, and then this came with it. I'll probably keep this. I normally don't keep these because I don't like they don't have some kind of a front on them, though. Like they should slide over a little more rather than just slightly over the top. That's what you get in, basically an illustration. That's what you get on the Okay, first up on this, let's see, it's kind of tricky to get into. Okay, it has the open line for the movie that they do in all of them a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I feel like I have the ship from Spaceballs. It's so long that it goes on forever. And then, not going to take the disc out, but to start off from the very first thing, we get a shot of Phantom Menace. This little screenshot there, if you will. Phantom Menace. I'm not sure if it's a 2-discer. It's looking like it's a 2-discer. I don't know if one, this one's a special edition one or. And then I got Attack of the Clones, Clone Army Assault. The art was done by Ryan Church, and this is like I said, the ship from Spaceballs. Seems like it goes on forever. Pretty nice screen stills or whatever you want to call it. And that's Attack of the Clones. Thing I don't like about this though is because the pages fold. Every time you kind of bend them, the pages over, it's losing, like in the crease. It's starting to like lose its paint. See, I would have did this differently. This set, I feel like that's one of its faults, is that the pages that fold, the illustrations are losing their paint, the paint or whatever they use to illuminate this is starting to crease, and you can see it. I don't like that. Oh, and then next up I got Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, Duel of the Jedi, and the art was done by Eric Tiemens. Start up here. Once again, a 2-discer for Revenge of the Sith. Really dark on that one. I apologize, but underground lava fighting scenes were really dark in the movies anyway, per se. A lot of people said that was a dark chapter, but I thought it was one of the, I thought it was actually a really fun sequel. And then the original here, A New Hope, the Millennium Falcon, art done by Ralph McQuarrie. I think that's how that's pronounced. McQuarrie. I apologize if I got the name wrong. Once again, a 2-discer. At this point, it's probably going to be all 2-discers, I'm guessing. I'll do a recap at the end of what's on the back. Let's see if I can skip the page. Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, and then next up, very much loved sequel here, The Empire Strikes Back, the Cloud City of Bespin, art done by Ralph McQuarrie as well. And once again, a 2-discer. I'll start up this way. It's like the ship. I'll move slowly across frame here for you. That's a 2-discer. I'm really skeptical about where I'm going to put this, guys. I don't want anything getting wet on it. I wish there was a way I could preserve it, in some other fashion, because I feel like if it just sets on my shelf, it's gonna, I don't know, it's just gonna get a lot of, I dust, but it doesn't always, work with some of these sets, because if any, like, moisture in the air, or, say somebody sneezes, or anything like that, but, I just get really worried about sets like this. That's why I don't buy a lot of these bigger Ones like this, because of the fact that, you worry too much about them. And then a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people like this one, but I've seen a lot of people say it's nothing but Muppets. This one, Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader's Arrival, art done by Ralph McQuarrie as well. I'm sorry, but I love the Imperial March music in this one. I get goosebumps every time I watch it. I don't know. I just love those soldiers that are all lined up in this one scene when Darth Vader arrives on the Death Star, and you got the Red Troopers just standing there, like, all in place. It's really menacing, if you will. No pun intended. But I always love this scene, and I think this is probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole series. Honestly, it just gives me goosebumps to see all this that's going on. But see, there's the Darth Vader's Arrival, and that's the red cloaked soldiers. I can't remember what they're called. I should know, but I don't really pay attention sometimes to character names in these. I just know what I like to see, and it's just like a really cool moment. And there, and that's a shot of that scene. And I'm glad they included this one because that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole series. And then the much maligned new trilogy here. I'm gonna make sure. Okay, I'm making sure they weren't 2 pages there. Next up is the Force Awakens, the Falcon Revealed, art by Andre Wallin. That's a 2-discer as well. I know a lot of people do not like the new trilogy. I'm on the fence that you're not going to get it at the level of the way the originals were. I think some people's expectations were a little too high, just because Disney took it over. And I honestly think sometimes when Disney takes stuff over, unless it's Marvel, I just kind of feel like they don't, because they are Disney, they have a bit of an ego. I'm not bashing them or anything, but I feel like when they took over Star Wars, they thought, the name's going to sell itself, so we don't really need to get technically special with these. They're already beloved, and I think it didn't help that they kept kind of oversaturating it. They had a Solo movie, and then they had a Rogue story. And I just think they come out with maybe too much too fast, and had too much on their plate. Maybe they didn't choose the right decisions to make. The best director to do a lot of these new ones. But as a whole, I love the entire series. Yes, the last 3 are not on the level of the original series, and I didn't the one with Natalie Portman, that series. I was not big on Attack of the Clones like everybody else was. I thought it was too much lovey-dub stuff throughout, and I did not really like that. I did not have a good experience with that one. But I did like the Phantom Menace, and as much as people put down Jar Jar Binks, I just went with it. I felt like it was any other character in the Star Wars saga that was kind of odd, and I don't know. I think people were a little hard on that at the time as well. But next up, I've got let's see. Sure, I didn't skip a page. Okay, I did. Did I show the Force Awakens? I'll make sure if I didn't. Okay, the Force Awakens. That has 2 discs. This is why I got rambling, and I didn't want to skip over that in case I didn't. My mind gets lost sometimes in these videos. Then next up, got the Last Jedi here. Once again, very much not loved much at all. 2-discer. Kind of a not the greatest shot, but the art was done by Seth Engstrom, The Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker's sunset. They're calling this shot. And then after this next shot. Okay, the next one is The Rise of Skywalker, The Final Confrontation. The art's done by Andre Wallin and I guess it's Stephen Tappan. Or Stefan, I'm not sure. I think it's Stephen though. This is a pretty cool shot. I actually like this one quite a bit. Like I said, they did a really good job with the art on this, but I would have packaged this a little different just because I don't like the way they put the disc in here. I know it holds them in place, but you're going to have to lift this little fold here when you pull the disc out, or you're going to scrape. Every time the bottoms are going to be scraped when you go to pull them out. But that's The Last Jedi. And I think there's another. Yeah, there's actually more still shots here. This is bonus content. 2-disc. The Phantom Menace. Shooting the Grand Arena miniature for the pod race sequence. Pretty interesting little picture art going on here. And then it even says bonus on the right there. Bonus content, 2-disc bonus content. Very nice to have. I'll make sure I don't skip any pages. This is Revenge of the Sith, and I guess it's one's Revenge of the Sith and one is A New Hope. On the left here, on my left, Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen battle General Grievous and Magna Guards on the left, and on the right we have A New Hope shooting the first glimpse of Mos Eisley in Tunisia. Pretty nice shots here. I'll blow those up a little more for you because they're a little tougher. They're shot in person and far away a little bit there. And then The Empire Strikes Back. Phil Tippett animating the AT-ATs for the Battle of Hoth. And Return of the Jedi, George Lucas inspecting the Death Star 2 model here. So you got Empire Strikes Back on the left, Return of the Jedi shot on the right. And then you got The Force Awakens on the left, Last Jedi on the right, director J.J. Abrams with Daisy Ridley, director Ryan Johnson explaining his vision for the last scene. Or some people would probably say his lack of vision for the last scene, but still, I cannot fathom having to be a director on a Star Wars set. I mean, your mind's got to be totally blown just to even get an opportunity to direct a sequel or a prequel in this historic, saga, if you will. Must be overwhelming to be asked to be a part of this. I mean, that doesn't give you an excuse to get lazy or whatever, rest on your laurels, if you will, when you're making these, but it is what it is. The pressure's got to be really, really high to deliver a classic film in this series. I would not. I don't. I think I'd almost rather be the president of the United States than have to direct a Star Wars film. It's got to be, the pressure's got to be unsurmountable. And then lastly here, I got the Rise of Skywalker on the left and Rise of Skywalker on the right. This left shot is director J.J. Abrams guides Adam Driver as they prepare to film. And the Rise of Skywalker on the right, Oscar Isaac and John Boyega get comfortable, not uncomfortable, get comfortable during a break. There's a pretty, looks like they had a lot of fun on the set there. I think my only problem with the new ones is I did not care for Adam Driver as a villain. I thought at times he was very wooden in the new trilogy. I don't know. Maybe that's my opinion. I think he had a lot. I think his character, for me, was a major problem with it. Was not major, but enough of a catalyst of a problem for me to not quite enjoy it. I just felt like he wasn't a very worthy villain. Here and there, I think I would have casted somebody different. It's no knock on him. I just don't think he's maniacal enough. Really, I haven't really seen too much stuff he's been in that I've really enjoyed. Once again, no knock on him. I just not big on Adam Driver per se. like he gives wooden performance. I mean, I know he's had some movies along the way that have been pretty entertaining, but I think if we could have had a better villain and maybe not Adam Driver, I think it might have meshed a little better. Kind of like people's problem with Jared Leto as the Joker. I kind of felt like it's too bad we couldn't have got the Joker from with Joaquin Phoenix to play in can't think of the name of the movie right now, but the new Suicide Squad. I think if we could have got him to play in it, I think it might have been might have been a little different. We could have got that version of Joker, but that's the outside of it. I'm sorry it took 20 minutes to show it, but I wanted to show you clearly what it consists of. Pretty plain Jane there in the back. It has some, it's got some slight writing down at the bottom corner. I don't know if it's like in a series or what it is, but it does say Lucasfilm Limited on the bottom right. And then before we go, I'm gonna wrap up pretty much what it consists of. It says you get the collectible outer case, which I just showed you, and then you get the collectible book, which I showed you the illustrations throughout. You get one complete set for the first time, from young Anakin Skywalker's descent to the dark side to the rise of the Resistance and their struggle to restore peace in the galaxy. The story of a generation comes to a riveting conclusion. The saga will end. The stories live forever. Exclusive letter from Mark Hamill, which I showed you right here, and I forgot to put it back in the box. But it's an official letter from Mark Hamill. I'll have to slip that back in. I hate to leave that out. Okay, back in place. First two Star Wars films, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, are PG. Revenge of the Sith was PG-13. Empire Strikes Back was PG. Return of the Jedi was PG, which I'm kind of surprised because there's some. I think Return of the Jedi for its time was kind of dark. I would have thought that would have been PG-13. And then I guess the new films in the series are all PG-13. But basically, this set comes with a 27 disc, includes 4K, Blu-ray, and bonus disc for each film, plus digital codes. So that pretty much is what's on the back, or what's in the contented box. What you get. Is it worth what I paid? Depends on how big of a Star Wars fan you are. If you're kind of on the fence, you don't really like over half of the movies, probably not. But I had to have them all. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I still, despite the backlash the new ones got, I still had pretty much fun with those. Like I said, they're not going to be on, to me, I didn't ever expect them to be on the level of the originals. Yeah, would it have been nice? Sure, but I don't know, it's just what it is. I had a good experience with all of them. There were some parts in each and every one that I enjoyed enough to go back and revisit at some point. Especially the original, but yeah, I would recommend this set. If especially during the our COVID times, and you want to watch it in its entirety, I'd recommend it. Would I highly recommend it? Maybe not at its price tag. It might have come down since I got it, but if you could get it lowered, it'd probably be more preferred. But that's what I'm showing this morning. It's the Star Wars Saga Collector's Edition, and hope you like that review. Before I go, I want to do a shout out to a viewer that just subscribed through Maddie's Adventures, a channel here on YouTube. Angela Lemaire 58. She has a channel. She has a channel here on YouTube. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. Angela Lemaire 58. I had to write it down with a marker. I was gonna throw a shout out to her. Angela Lemaire 58. Please follow her on Instagram, and follow, subscribe to her channel. She got some really compelling stuff on her channel. Stuff to do with her house. I don't know if she's in the process of building it and there's a money issue or what. I don't want to get technical, and I don't want to get personal. But it sounded really compelling. Thought I'd throw her name out there to let people know, get her some more subscribers. Yeah, if I can get it out. But get her some subscribers, because she's a nice lady, very respectful. Just seems like a really genuine, nice person. Let's get her some more subscribers. I think she's only at like 20 subscribers. So let's give her a shout out, or not shout out, give her a subscribe. I'm sorry. I'm giving her a shout out, but that's my video for this morning. And I hope you enjoyed that little recap review of the Star Wars saga. And one more note: let's get them contest submissions in so we can get some more competitors. So it's a little bit more competitive. It's been a great contest so far. I've gotten probably 20 entries. That's the most I've ever gotten. So I must be doing really good with the entrants. This time around, because the viewership on that is like somewhere in the vicinity of, like 80 comments. I know some of them are mine, probably about 7 or 8 of them are my comments, but still, that's one of the most set of comments I've had on a video, and it's probably one of the higher viewed ones I've had in a while. I think the last time I looked, it was like in the top 3 I've had in the past 2 months, or in the past 28 days. Thank you for that, and stay tuned to the channel, because on Monday I'm going to be doing an announcement on who won the contest, and I'll be doing the shout outs to who won, and then I'll be getting information from the winners, and then that contest will be put to bed, and then we can get started on the more contented stuff that you guys like to see. And I'll see you on Monday, and take care and have a good day. Bye.